Hello, welcome to Ilma. Today we are going to do reflection class 10 mathematics topic. In the last class we had done class 9 that was yes quadratic equation, and before that we had also done rational and irrational numbers, and we had done class 8 topic also. Now we will be continuing in the reflection. This basically deals with the reflection in the physics topic, and you need to understand all this. So there are basically three types of sum in this. One is the normal reflection based on the x and y coordinate, and another one is the we will be given a line on the x or the y coordinate, and we will be asked to reflect a point on either side to the other side. And we might also be given area calculation and finding out the parallelogram and single transformation. Single transformation is the way to write a single step for a group of steps. Like if a point is first reflected in x-axis, then the reflected point is reflected in the y-axis. Therefore, it will be the original point will directly be reflected in the origin. That's single transformation. Now we will begin with the basics of reflection and mathematics, and then we will carry on to a few sums. So let's begin. Now there are two types of reflection: x-axis reflection and y-axis reflection. Now they are on x-axis. It is if a coordinate is 0, 3 on the x-axis reflection. For now we will take 1, not 0. For the x-axis reflection we will always change the y coordinate. Now we need to understand which is y coordinate and x coordinate. It must be clear, but still. Now this is y coordinate and this is x coordinate, and this is x dash and this is y dash. Now this x coordinate will have one point. Suppose 1, 3 comes over here. Therefore we have to reflect this point in the y-axis. Therefore it should be reflected in this side. Y-axis is the mirror for that point. It will be thus this distance should be on this side also. Object distance is equal to image distance, as we learned in physics. Now therefore it will be in this point. Now it has turned to the negative region of the x-axis. Therefore the value will become negative. For that, thus for y-axis reflection, we change the sign convention of the x coordinate. Therefore for y-axis, the value will be -1, 3. Now this was the for y-axis reflection. Similarly for x-axis reflection, suppose the same point is reflected. Therefore this is the difference, and this should be the point over after the reflection in the x-axis. Therefore the point has moved to the negative region of the y-axis. Therefore the y coordinate should be negative. It should be 1, -3. Therefore for x-axis reflection, always the y coordinate sign convention changes. Now for x-axis 1, -3 means y coordinate. This is the y coordinate, the second one, and this is the x coordinate, the first one. Now in the question, it might also be x-axis might also be written as abscissa, and y-axis will be written can be written as ordinate. Now this is the abscissa, therefore, and this is the ordinate. Now there's the third type of reflection, which is the combined type, or which is the origin. Now original reflection will be from this point. Now this point is named as O generally, or this is the origin. For this had the coordinates of 0, 0. You must be knowing this. Now for suppose a point is over here, it would be reflected directly from this place to this, which will be the reflection. Now in origin reflection, all the coordinates sign convention just becomes the opposite. For example, if this point is 1, 3, it is not 1, 3, but suppose it is 1, 3, Then the reflection will be origin will give us -1 comma -3. All the sign convention changes of both x and y coordinates. As you can see, it is also from the positive region it goes to the negative region. Now we will go to the next type of sums. Like first we had done this. Now if we this is the y-axis reflection of the original point, suppose P. Now if we do a x-axis reflection of this reflected point, it will be somewhere over here. Now this would be the origin reflection of the point P, which will be -1 comma -3. Therefore this can be written as, or the reflection through the origin is the single transferable system for the reflection of a point into the for first in x-axis, then in y-axis, or first in y-axis, then in x-axis. Now we will continue to the types of sums. There will be a few types, like finding out the figures, and the reflection is involves a lot of graph work, so you should be able to do that. And the graph work must be there should be a given scale. If the scale is not given, we can use our own scale, but it needs to be mentioned at the corner of the graph that contains marks for the question. Now this is the graph for the sum. For example, the first question is the point P -3 comma -2. Now we will first put this point in the graph. This will be -3 somewhere over here, and this will be -2. So the point will be over here. Now we will go to the next part of the question, which is on reflection in the x-axis is mapped on P dash. Then P dash on reflection in the origin is mapped as P double dash. Find the coordinates of P dash and P double dash. Now P dash is reflected in the x-axis. Therefore P is this point, which is reflected in the x-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Now this is the difference between the x-axis, which is the plane mirror for this, and the point itself. Therefore that is of 3 units. We should put the x-axis point P 3 units above the original mirror. Therefore it should be over here somewhere. Therefore the point becomes P dash, which will be the value will be P dash is equal to 3 comma -2 1. The reflection is on 3 comma -2. So this was of the x-axis reflection. Now we need to reflect the P dash into the origin, which will be from here. It should be over here. Therefore as I told you, we can just change all the sign convention in over here. It will become P double dash is equal to -3 comma 2. Yes, this was the value of the P double dash, which must be somewhere over here. Yes, P double dash. Now the question asks a single transferable system for this kind of conversion. Therefore the original point was P, the final point is P dash. Now the y-axis reflection is the one which will lead us from P to P dash directly. For example, it is -3 comma 2, and here it is -3 comma here it is -3 comma -2, and here it is -3 comma 2, which means it is a y-axis reflection. Therefore the single transferable system is reflection through y-axis. Now this was just the basics of reflection. This might still be asked in the exam. Now there is another type, which is another type of reflection is we will be given the coordinates of a straight line, and that would be the serving as the plane mirror for us. Suppose we have the point -2 it is given x is equal to -2 for the line. Therefore, it will have the value of x coordinate as -2 throughout the all the points on the line. Therefore, it should be a line straightly passing through this. It is not a straight line, but still true. This is the plane mirror for us, and we will be given any point here or here, and we will be reflecting it from this point. Therefore, for that, suppose we have a point over here which has the value of 3. Now this will always have the value of 0.0, therefore it is 3 distance from here and 2 distance from here. Therefore total distance is 5. Now as image distance is equal to object distance, therefore 5 units from here, that would be -2 plus we don't take care of the sign convention over here. We will just add 2 to 5 to 2, which will be 7, which will be the point will come somewhere over here, which will be having the value -7. For this, if we take only 3, because sometimes you may make a mistake not taking this into consideration, the value will come over here, which will become a wrong value. This will be -5 over here. But the answer for such a question would be in the -7. This is just an example. Now there's another sum. A point P is under reflection in y-axis is mapped onto P dash 2, 3, which is 2, 3 is this. Suppose this is 3, this becomes 2. Now find the coordinates of P under y-axis reflection. Therefore y-axis is this one and the point is this. Therefore this should be 2 difference. It would be on the -2 point. -2 is over here. It would be P dash is the value of P dash is equal to -2, 3. Now we go. It is telling us that the value of the line, straight line, is x is equal to -1. Now that would be -1 is somewhere over here. Straight line from that. Now the we should need to reflect image of P under reflection, which means P dash should be reflected in this line. -2 and 1, there is a difference of only 1 unit. Add 1 unit to this side, it will fall on the origin. Therefore it will fall on y-axis. The x coordinate will become 0 and the y coordinate will remain the same. It will be somewhere over here. P double dash is equal to 0, 3. Yes. Now this was the these are the basic types of reflection. Now there is a complex type of reflection considering of different types of quadrilaterals and trapeziums, triangles, rhombus, and all those. We need to find the areas, and sometimes we just need to recognize them, such as the hexagon. And so we need to show the properties for those. If it is not clearly visible, we need to show the properties. For example, for a square, it should be 90° on all sides, then it should be the same value on all 4 sides. Now suppose there is a question. We need to draw a parallelogram over here. It is the plot the points P is equal to 3, 2, 3, 2, P, and Q is equal to -3, -2, -3, -2. Q is somewhere here. Q is equal to -3, -2. Now we will just join them. Now from PQ draw perpendiculars PM and QN. Now for this we do not need to use any constructional equipments like compass and all. We can just draw it on the y coordinate, on the x coordinate of that, which will be just over 3. and this will always be perpendicular. This will be just over 3. This will also be perpendicular. Now name the image of P on reflection in the origin. Yes, image of P on reflection in the origin, which is origin is over here. All the coordinates will be positive or negative, means all the signs will change in the question. Therefore P was 3 comma 2, P dash is equal to minus 3 comma minus 2. Now here we observe that P dash is equal to Q. Therefore we forget about P dash and name it just as Q. Therefore the image of P is Q. Image of P through the origin is Q. Now the next question asked is, assign a special name to the geometrical figure PMQN. Now we need to join these. This will become a parallelogram as it is already 90-degree perpendicular, and this, if needed they will tell you, but this is very much proper as the opposite sides are parallel to each other like the perpendiculars, which will always be parallel. And this was how we identify a figure. Now we go to write the coordinates of the point to which M is mapped in the reflection. M was P, M and Q, N. Means M is this point, which is M is equal to 0, 3. No, sorry. M is equal to 3, 0. The x coordinate is 3 and the y coordinate is 0. Now it is telling us to reflect this in x-axis first. That would be in x-axis, it would remain the same. Therefore M dash is equal to 3, 0. As the point M lies already on the x-axis, there would be no difference on the image and the object. Now we go y-axis reflection. M double dash is equal to, this is the y-axis, 3 points from the y-axis, again 3 points, which will be N. Therefore M double dash is equal to negative 3, 0, which will be equal to N. Now origin. From the origin it will also be the same because it already lies on the x-axis. It will be 3 distance from the origin, again 3 distance, which will be negative 3. M triple dash is equal to minus 3, 0 is equal to M double dash is equal to N. Now this was how we identify the different types of parallelograms. We might need to find the areas also, but this was all the basic types of sums we would get in the examination. For class 10 standard you would not get anything higher than this. There might be different varieties like finding out hexagon and all. Now if you have any further queries for this subject or any other subject, you may post them in the comment section or WhatsApp me at 98749444154, and you may please like, share, follow or subscribe, and thank you.